Can you really change someone who doesn't want to change? The answer is yes, but there's something important you need to know. To help someone change, especially when they don't want to, you must use something called leverage. Leverage is like a strong reason, something powerful that turns a small wish into a big must. It turns I should change into I must change. Let me tell you something really important. Change is not about whether someone can do it. It's not about ability. Change is always about having enough reasons, having enough motivation, having enough drive. Let me say it again. Anyone can change, but not everyone will change. Why? Because they don't have strong enough reasons. Example, I remember a time I worked with a woman. She was very health-focused. She worked as a colon hydrotherapist. That's someone who helps clean out people's colons to improve health. But even though she knew so much about being healthy, she was very sick. Now, she wasn't sick just because of what she ate. She was sick because she worried all the time. Worrying made her feel bad every day. Her own thoughts were making her sick. I tried to help her. I asked her, you know what to do to feel better, right? She said yes, but she still wasn't doing it. How many of us are like that? We know what to do, but we just don't do it. Why? Because we don't have enough strong reasons. The thing we're doing, even if it's not good for us, might still make us feel certain, important, or connected. That's why we keep doing it. But here's the truth. We only change when we find something that matters even more, something that gives us more reason to change than to stay the same. That's what leverage is. Leverage means having strong reasons that push us to do what we need to do. So, if you want to change yourself or help someone else change, you have to help them find those strong reasons. Help them find their must. Change can happen fast. Some people think change takes forever, but it doesn't. It's not the change that takes time. It's the decision that takes time. It's that moment when you say, I've had enough. That's when a change happens. Have you ever stayed in a bad relationship too long? You knew it wasn't right. You knew it was hurting both of you, but you stayed. Why? Because it met some of your needs. Maybe it felt safe. Maybe it was familiar. Sometimes we stay in situations that aren't good because they feel certain, even if they're painful. But one day you say, that's it. I'm done. That's the moment of change. What keeps people from changing? They escape the pain. Let's say someone goes to the doctor. The doctor tells them, you have lung cancer. If you keep smoking, you're going to die. But the person still smokes. Why? Because they tell themselves stories like, well, George Burns smoked until he was 102, or I've smoked for years and I'm still fine. See? They escape the pain. They tell themselves a story that removes the pressure to change. They run away from the truth. But if they really connected the pain, not just in the future, but also in the present and past, to that behavior, they would change. We all would. Let me give you a simple example. Have you ever eaten a food or drunk something, maybe alcohol, that you loved, but one day it made you really sick? Like, so sick you threw up or felt awful. What happened after that? You didn't want it anymore. No one had to tell you to stop. You just didn't want it. Why? Because your brain connected pain to it. That's called a neuroassociation. Your brain links pain or pleasure to things. And when the brain links something to a lot of pain, it will avoid it. When it links something to a lot of pleasure, it will chase after it. Here's the big idea. It's not just what happens to us that matters. It's what we make it mean. We all go through hard things. Some experiences are really painful. But the meaning we give those moments is what shapes our life. If we find a stronger meaning, something that makes us better or more loving or more giving, then we can heal. We're not just our past stories. We're the choices we make about what those stories mean and what we decide to do about them. Let me tell you about a moment that changed my thinking. One night, I was watching TV and the movie A Christmas Carol came on. You know that story, right? It's about a man named Scrooge. He's rich, he's mean, and he doesn't want to change. He believes that being mean is what made him successful. But he's lonely, he's angry, he's stuck. Sometimes we're like that too. We think we have to be tough or mean to succeed. But that's not true. In the story, Scrooge is visited by 3 ghosts. The ghost of the past, the ghost of the present, the ghost of the future. Each ghost shows him something that gives him pain. The past ghost shows him all the bad things he did before. The present ghost shows him how he's hurting people now. The future ghost shows him a very lonely and sad end. Scrooge sees it all and finally wakes up. And guess what? He changes fast. How fast? In a heartbeat. Why? Because he had pain in the past, pain in the present, and pain in the future. There was no way out. He had no escape. That's leverage. That's what makes change happen. So if you want to help yourself or someone else change, build up the reasons. Show the cost of staying the same. Help them see the pain it brings in the past, now, and later. And then give them hope. Show them that they can change right now. Let me ask you, Are you ready to break free? Are you ready to let go of the old meaning that's been keeping you stuck? Are you ready to find new meaning, new power, and new freedom? Then say it with me. I'm ready. I'm free. I can change now.
Please like and subscribe for more videos.